Welcome back to Pack Mentality. And we have a special guest with us today. We have
Hi.
Jen Aranda.
Yes.
Good to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I've always been meaning to get you on the podcast.
It's been a while.
So we have a great journey and can't wait to share this with everyone who's listening today. So just get right into it. So let's just get to know you a little bit better. So what's the most unique thing about you that you haven't told me?
Oh, unique. I wanted to be a baker.
Oh, yeah.
I've never told you that.
I think so.
Or anyone really here. I really wanted to open like a bakery. But I didn't get that far. And I did like farmers markets and things like that, selling my baked goods. But that's an interesting fact, I would say.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, your baked goods are delicious. You have
That's
proper
right. I
stuff.
didn't
So,
them.
any plans to maybe pursue that in the future?
Maybe. I don't know. It's just kind of on a halt right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, cool. Awesome. Let's get into some fun questions.
Okay.
Just to like warm you up a bit. So, what's your favorite style of workout?
I really love the barbell cycling. Yes, that with like a little bit of cardio. That's my favorite thing.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Anything with the barbell.
Yeah, barbells are always.
Yes.
It's fun to move heavy weight around. What's your least favorite CrossFit movement?
I mean, is running a CrossFit movement? That's a movement of humans, but only because it hurts. But other than that, probably overhead squats just because I suck at them.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember the last time I interviewed someone where they were like, I really like doing things that I suck.
Yeah, that's pretty rare.
Yeah, I know. I don't like overhead squats either. So good choice. What over the years that you've been with us at Red Wolf, what's been your favorite gym event?
Um, Probably one of the opens, maybe the first one actually. I think I started and like a week or two later it was an open. I was like, what the heck is this? But I'm very like the type of person that just goes all in. And so I was like, all right, let's try this. If I'm doing CrossFit, like whatever this open competition is, like I'm gonna do it. It was so hard, but it was so rewarding and I was so glad that I did it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, I do remember when you did join like right before the open started. And we're just like, hey, we're just gonna throw you out. We'll see what
It was
happens.
rough.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
It was just so challenging, and I thought had really good cardio, but I was, like, just on the rower fighting for my life, and it was just fun. It was such a competition, but I pushed myself so hard. It was just memorable for sure.
Dude, awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad that you had a really good first experience with
Thank
that.
you.
That's great. I know you've accomplished a ton of goals with us here at Red Bulls. We'll get in that second, but what is your next fitness goal?
Um, I was thinking about that actually a little bit ago because I've accomplished something recently that I'm very proud of, but maybe ring muscle ups.
You got the
I know.
muscle there going after.
Yeah, I know it seems like a far stretch. It's like the coolest thing ever, but I mean, seems like I can do hard things, so might try.
Yeah, I mean, that's the natural next step, right? I mean, if you can do a bar muscle up, though, chances of you doing a ring muscle up are very high. If you got one down, you just got to move on to the next. So,
See.
very cool. Well, very excited to watch your journey
Thank you.
with that as well. Tell us a little bit about your hobbies outside of baking.
So I've kind of stopped that recently. My hobbies are, I mean, my whole world and my whole life is my daughter, Capri. So I'm just constantly on the go with her, constantly trying new adventures. We're always outside. Everything revolves around her. I'm extremely active. I don't know, just always outside doing stuff. I'm really into just bettering my health and fitness, learning about that, and just seeing what cool things are out there. So yeah, pretty much it. I mean, I love going to the river, seeing my dad out there. It just all encompasses being outside, I guess.
Yeah.
Fun.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. No, that's great. And tell us a bit about your family. So you mentioned Capri, your daughter, and a lot revolves around her. Tell us about your family.
It's just me, JR, who is a recent member, my husband, and Capri, she's 5. She's amazing. I sort of homeschool her. She goes to like a hybrid homeschool, so I'm just with her constantly. My mom is a big part of my life. I see her all the time. My husband, JR, whenever he's off, we're trying new hotels, new cities to go to. We're just one cute little happy family, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. Awesome. Yeah. It took a while to get JR in here, and now that he's finally here, he's killing it.
I know.
I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Not me. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, I know that's great. Yeah, I mean, we'll definitely get JR on the podcast another time to talk about his accomplishments and his results. But great. Let's kind of rewind a little bit. Let's
Okay.
talk about before Red Wolf. So,
Yeah.
what was your fitness like before you joined Red Wolf?
I've always been super into fitness. My a job at 17 I had was at 24-hour fitness. Just wanted to work like at a gym to get a free membership.
Mhm.
I worked at the kids club. So I got my free membership and I was just always there all the time. I had a personal trainer, like right around the time I was getting married. You've always just lifted weights. I played softball in high school my whole life.
Where?
Just very into health and fitness. So
Okay.
yeah.
They kind of encompass back what you were talking about earlier of just being constantly outside, constantly being active. That's great.
Yeah.
No, I love that. And
I
like,
hate sitting at home. Just
you
rotting.
get antsy, don't you?
My God. Eat it.
Yeah, I do too. I, okay. Even on the day off where I try and force myself to stay home, I'm like, a few hours in, I'm like, I am antsy. I need to do something.
Looking around like, what can I do right now?
Yeah, it's great. So you got that energy. I love it. Well, why did you decide it was time to make a change and start doing CrossFit?
I wanted more. So I was actually doing hot yoga for maybe 2 years, like after I gave no, maybe while I was pregnant and a little bit after Capri was born. And I kind of was like, all right, I'm not really seeing any muscle development. Like, sure, I'm flexible and like my cardio is great, yoga's fun.
Yeah.
But I wasn't really seeing results that I wanted. And I was driving by every day, Red Wolf on the corner, or the old location.
Yeah.
Like, what in the world is that? I didn't really know much about actual CrossFit. I just knew that I really was drawn to it and I wanted to be a part of something else and something bigger.
Interesting.
So I popped in, and that was that pretty much. I talked to someone and they signed me up and I was just like so addicted, like since day one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come
Really
since then.
wish I found it like 20 years ago. Seriously, imagine where I would be now.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. But hey, better late than never,
Yes.
right? And now you found something. I can tell that, you're especially lately, you've been in a real groove lately,
Yeah.
making some serious gains.
Uh,
You kind of made it through that beginner's phase
Yeah.
of where it's like, okay, well, it's kind of culture shock at first because you're learning a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Now that you're more experienced, you're starting to make huge progress now because now you're like, okay, I kind of know the flow here.
Yes.
Awesome. Fantastic. What were your first impressions of Red Wolf?
All positive, I would say. Well, I had a buddy coming in, Ryan.
Okay.
So she actually worked at Core Power where I was doing yoga. And she told me that she just started there. And so that was another factor of me being like, all right, let's just sign up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So her being there, I was, more comfortable like starting somewhere new because I knew someone, but everyone was so amazing, so welcoming. I didn't really have any like pre-thoughts about it because I didn't know what to expect, but it was all positive, super friendly. Everyone wants you to learn. Everyone celebrates your wins. It was all just positive. Really.
Yeah, yeah, and that I don't think people really realize how much that factors into actually sustaining a good fitness habit.
Yes.
Even if you are self motivated, we all hit those times and we're just like, ah, like oh man, like working out's a drag. And when you come into this environment, you're like, oh, you can come in not wanting to work out. I mean, I'm sure you've had those days where you didn't want to come in, but that once you did it, you're like, I'm really glad I get.
Yeah, and you have to come in.
Yeah,
Like you said not long ago, like I forget the analogy you said, but like 4 out of 7 days, like you have to at least show up, like if you can't PR every day or whatever it is that you said, but just get your butt in the door and do your best that you can do that day. And that's your best for the day. So that's start.
yeah. No, I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about. I really
I
something.
messaged you about that.
Yeah,
I was like, that's
recently.
it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's about a best of 7 series, like like baseball. It's at the World Series or the NLCS, ALCS. So you have 7 days. So you have 7 games. You don't have to win every game, but you at least have to show up. And so you have to show up in your plans. Guess what? Some days you're just gonna leave. Some day it will just be a bad day, and that's okay. Just chalk that with a loss. Come back the next day, shake it off, and get the next win.
And it usually goes better than you expect.
Yeah, exactly. If you win 4 out of 7 days, guess what? You won the series.
Totally.
And I think a lot of times people get wrapped up in this mentality of where every day or everything I execute on has to be perfect. And so it's really nice to just mentally step back and be like, I can afford some losses this week, but I'm still going to show up and play.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to just scale it back a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. What helped you feel more comfortable when transitioning into this environment?
Into the CrossFit environment.
Yeah.
Um, Maybe just all the knowledge that was given to me, like how to do things right. Because if you don't know what you're doing, that could just make you feel uncomfortable. But I was always given the right tools to succeed.
Awesome.
So it just made it better all around.
Awesome.
Yeah.
If you could go back and remember, if you can remember, well, what was like the biggest impact tool that you did learn?
Maybe all of the like workshops I took,
Oh,
like right when I signed up, I was just every single extra thing you guys offered, I was there no matter what.
yeah.
Just and I thought I'm sure a lot of people are like that, but that's my personality too, is like if I love something, I am just all in and I want to be good at something that I love. I want to learn the most about it and just try my best. So
Yeah.
those workshops were amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could tell it's really paid off. I mean, you move extremely well. You can tell that you are a good athlete.
Thanks.
And yeah, you're really are starting to get dialed in from doing a little bit of combination, like some one-on-ones here and there. And also, doing the build and burn here and there. And also just being consistent. And it's amazing what you can do just by showing up frequently. So what challenges did you have to overcome in order though to get to the results that you have now?
Um, Challenges. I guess just sticking with it, not that I'm like a quitter or anything, but just like when you have those days that you fail and you get frustrated, you just have to remember to keep going, like this last week, like I failed something so many times here at the gym and it was so frustrating, but you show up and you keep going and I nailed it,
Yeah.
as you would say,
Nailed it.
yesterday. And I was just so proud. So just remember like those proud moments.
Yeah. And what would you say is your proudest moment so far?
So many. Well, not so many, but like 3 things really stick out.
Mhm.
Like the first one is probably when I cleaned 125 pounds. I got to put the blue plates on.
Oh,
I
nice.
cleaned that like a couple years ago, probably. But
Yeah.
let's never forget that because it was such something I wanted so bad, and it just feels so good when you get that. That's probably my number one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds that well. And I know that's a big accomplishment for a lot of people. When you throw on a blue, a lot of times for the dudes, it's like when you hit two wheels on a clean or a catch, it's like it's really special because oh man, 2 wheels. I finally got the blues.
I'm
It's like
strong now.
yeah, son, that's nice. It's color coded too. Because like
Right.
gas calling the yeah, it's calling the blues. I love it. How has your health and fitness impacted your life outside the gym?
In so many ways. Wow. I feel like I've kind of inspired a lot of people that are in my close circle to be a lot healthier,
Oh, that's great.
just more focused on their health and fitness. I feel like I've always been that for a lot of people. Um, so yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Fun.
Did I answer that okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think we just drastically underestimate how much especially a tight knit friend group, rub off in a positive way. Like I mean, I know like my parents just started doing meal prep, started ordering the same meal prep as me, just simply because they saw Kate eating it, and so now they're eating healthier by default. Oh, we saw you guys were eating, so we were trying it. It's actually good. So it's like they're making better choices,
Amazing.
and so just small things like that can go a long way. You just saying, "Hey, I'm just doing this," and well,
Seeing how
follow on.
healthy you are, and they're like, maybe I should follow in their footsteps.
Yeah, so, success leaves
Doing
good.
something right.
No,
Uh-huh.
exactly, exactly. How has that changed your confidence or energy in your daily life?
For sure more energized. When you move more, you have more energy. You can just see that. And that kind of like trickles down to Capri also because if she's like, I'm tired. I'm like, well, get your butt up and let's go outside and take a walk. You're
Mhm.
tired because you're sitting around,
Yeah.
So
Great, I love that.
yeah, let's go outside and you'll get some sunshine in your eyes and move your body and you'll feel more energized. So yeah.
Yeah, and I think as a parent, we want our kids to be active, but a lot
Yeah.
of it's really easy for us to be the lazy ones and be like, "Yeah, you be more active," and we start
Right.
to do nothing. So,
Yes.
if you could talk to just say any parent out there about health and fitness, and then they're kind of like, you know what, where I'm kind of they're kind of putting off on the back burner and waiting for later to start. Like, what would you tell a parent?
It's like the worst decision you could possibly make for yourself and your whole entire family. Like health and fitness, being as strong and as healthy as you can, it's life changing. You just feel so incredible. I mean, everything you eat just can make you feel one way or another, you got to do it for yourself. You want to be around for your kids, don't you want to just play with them and not feel so gross all the time? Like, not like you're going to feel like that, but it's just such a big difference physically in how you feel. And for me, I always want to feel my best.
Mhm.
Like, you just lead by example. You want to teach your kids how to be the best human beings they can be.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
No, that very well said. I have conversations with parents all the time. It's always like a second thought to them. I'm like, hey, like
Wow.
you don't realize how much this is gonna affect you and if way on so many different realms, like your relationships, your career,
Yeah.
just your overall energy. It's like, I
Exactly.
mean, it's like it's 4% of your day.
Yet literally everything, your career, it impacts your whole entire life.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why I love fitness so much.
Mhm.
That's why I love coaching and I love owning a gym is because I used to be a very lazy person. I'm not nearly the same person I was.
Yeah.
Fitness helped me change that because it gave me discipline, it gave me impulse control, it gave me all these different things, which transferred over into how I approach my work. Just how like I was able to prioritize things better. I made better decisions. I've like it's really affected my life beyond just exercise and health. Great, that's health, but I mean, look how much other benefits there are. So,
Yeah.
like, there's nothing else better that I could be doing.
Yeah.
I want to share that with other people.
And you can see someone that looks physically healthy, and you're like, okay, they must be disciplined in their life. They must have a good head on their shoulders. And, yeah, it just really trickles down into everything for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for bringing that up because ultimately, your health and there's a reason why human beings it's so primal for us to see someone who is fit.
Mhm.
Where we automatically default to thinking that they are, I wouldn't say superior, but they are by default like automatically like more attractive or they have better energy. It's just like you just see that and you're just like it just because like you can actually see it. You can see all those words that we usually say like discipline,
Yeah.
impulse control. You can
Totally.
actually see it in a physical form and form of behavior.
Yeah. Why
So
would
that's
you want that?
yeah. Who wouldn't want that? I mean, I want
Just do it.
yeah. So you mentioned your family, like Capri and
Yeah.
JR. You got JR in the gym now, which is great. What kind of changes has your friends and family noticed about you?
Maybe physical changes, I would say. Well, I told you I've always been into just being healthy, but nothing as extreme as this, I would say, since I've joined CrossFit. I'm just obsessed. I just love it. I feel like I have to come every single day. They just realize how dedicated I am,
Right.
especially my mom, she comments a lot. Like, she comes over every weekend and she knows the drill. I'm going to class. So she's like, are you taking one classes or two today? I'm like, it's Saturday. I'm probably taking two. So they just know what to expect, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, and that's great. And then when people see that, it may not make a huge impact right away, but then
Yeah.
when they see that repeated over and over, or this person does not stop.
Yeah.
It's really inspirational for a lot of other people.
And now my mom's going for 8-mile walks on her lunch break at
Wow.
which is great. It's finally like kicking in. Yeah. She's never been into like the gym or anything like that, but you can just move.
Yeah.
Go for a walk. And
Ex-
she is, and she feels amazing. She's actually recently lost like 20 pounds.
See, that's
Like,
awesome. So it has,
yeah.
how can you bring that up?
I
God,
forgot.
it's okay. No, that's huge. And I think people grossly underestimate. A lot of times I think that people think it's selfish
Yeah.
to work out or take time out. Like, so first off, it's an hour. So, I mean, do it. And not only that, it's like that hour that you do spend on yourself is going to amplify towards everyone else around you in a positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Real quick, everybody, if you're listening to this and you like content like this, please do me a favor, leave us a review or share it with a friend. It would help me out a lot because when I see the numbers go up, well, it makes me motivated to keep making more like this for you. So please share it with a friend, leave us a review. That'd be great. Thank you so much. And back to Jen. So Jen, let's talk real quick. I know you've done like a bunch of different programs and workshops and everything. You've done some one-on-ones. How much of a difference has like the one-on-ones helped in just skipping some steps or taking some time off from actually getting to whatever your goal was?
Yeah. It's pretty life changing, I would say, in the gym aspect. Like, you can try and try for years or months or however long it takes you to try to figure it out on your own. But when you have that one on one, no distractions with a professional, and you just get shit done,
Mm,
like you and I had. So,
yep.
I mean, it took minutes, I would say, to accomplish.
About 15,
Yeah.
17 minutes.
Especially 19, which is my favorite number. I know. But there's really no comparison. Like you can just waste so much time and be so frustrated for so long because you just don't know what to do, you know?
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like, how are you supposed to know? You can watch a million like reels on Instagram, but you're never really gonna know unless you get that hands-on one-on-one experience, which I did, and we got a muscle up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us that whole story. I love
Okay.
that story.
So of course, everyone wants that when they first join the gym, and it's so cool. Oh my gosh, flying over the bar. So I think I started thinking to myself, I wonder if I could do that. Like maybe like a year into it, and I took all the workshops. You know, I felt so cool getting my like first banded one. I was like, this is amazing, and I tried for 2 years, not consistently, that's for sure. Kind of lazy about it because it's hard. So you give up, you know. And then I guess I just finally, like, bit the bullet, and I was like, "All right, we need to do this one-on-one," and you and I did that, and I'm like, "I wanna work on muscle ups." I feel like I might be a little bit close, but I don't know, let's see. And then 19 minutes later, I got my first one with you. Yes,
Hey,
it
shit.
was so
We,
incredible.
we did 2 years of work in 19 minutes.
Seriously. If that doesn't tell you anything, the
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I mean, we see a lot of it, and I saw the same thing in you when I was working with you, is that you had the strength, you actually had the skill, but there's all these small details, like even how you started. Remember that the first thing we worked on is how to get on the
Amazing.
bar. So you were jumping up like a pull-up. So
Yeah.
not necessarily wrong, but you're not setting yourself up for a good swing. You set yourself up for a different kick forward because you have to come out and around a bar on a bar muscle up rather than just going chin over bar on a pull-up. So we just changed your setup on there. That's really the big thing that we changed. And we also worked on your grips a little bit. Remember that I would grip a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
So that way you could get a better transition over the bar. And then we did a few pushovers, which gave you some confidence. And then I let you go, keep your thing. 19 minutes later,
I'm gonna let go, but I'm not gonna tell her.
and then you nailed it. And then you let out the victory yell. Just I love that. It's one of my favorite videos.
And I ran to Caitlin. I was like, "Did you see that?" And I'm like, just
Wow.
like a little girl.
Yeah, and you should be proud. And then now you're stringing together, and like you don't even need me anymore. Great. That's the good one.
Like tune up a little bit, but you can always work on things.
Yeah,
But yeah,
a subtle thing that we can work on. But I mean, it's really cool just to see, like, we really worked together for a few sessions and then to see you in class, like with a high heart rate, the other things, stringing bar muscle ups together. I'm just like, mission accomplished. Like, I
did
love that.
all of them. I think it was this week because before I was kind of like just scaling back. Like, all right, I'm only going to do 4 out of the 9 prescribed. Like, I don't think I can do all of them. But this week I did them all in every round, and it was just oh,
See?
like next to Jenna, and I was like, I looked up to Jenna, like he's flying over the bar for me from day one. I'm like, I'm just like hanging with her, like same thing. Like this is just so awesome.
Yeah.
It's like a proud moment.
And not to mention, like, I mean, it hasn't been that much time since we worked together on getting just your first one. And now you're doing nines in a workout. It's a lot different doing nine, just to accumulate heart rate with lots of rest. Now you're actually doing an actual workout with 10 times harder to bar muscle ups to do that, which is just comes to show how dedicated you are to making and listening and being coachable and showing up and working on your own. Like I see you work on your own. I'm just like, yes. And you're doing it right, which is great. And like that's the power of one-on-one coaching too, is that we can give you drills, we'll give you stuff to do outside so that we can maximize our time in our session. And then boom, you don't even need us anymore.
Yeah.
Which is great. That's ultimately the goal.
Yeah.
Let's bring it back to Red Wolf a little bit and the community itself.
Okay.
Because I know that you made some really good friendships here.
Yeah.
You're obviously embedded in our community, which is great. We love having you. So what would you say makes Red Wolf different?
Well, don't have much experience with other CrossFit gyms, but I guess any other gym environment, like it is the community for sure. Like you show up to see people that are holding you accountable, and you're showing up for yourself and for them too. Like you're pushing each other. It's just so motivational. It's like nothing else I've ever experienced. It makes you want to come every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and do your best.
Yeah.
And especially like keeping score too, and you're just always improving.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot battle for a lot of people. And I think that's one of the biggest problems we fix is that you actually look forward to coming. Whereas even in my early days going to the gym, I was like, oh, I got to go to the gym.
I know. Like a regular gym, it's just so boring that you can just slack off and look at your phone.
I know.
Yeah.
Even in here, sometimes I'll be working out by myself. I'm doing like accessory work or something. And then that 2-minute rest will turn into a 4-minute rest. I'll be on Instagram. Yeah, it turns into it. What do you enjoy most about the coaches and the community here?
The attention to detail for sure from the coaches. I feel like I'm always, of course, it's a class setting, but I always feel like I'm getting tips and tricks. It's always sort of like not like a personal training experience that day, but it's just so much more than you could ever expect going to a normal gym. Just, it's always a learning moment. Every single day I learn something new, I feel like.
Wow. No, that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, great way to say it. And would you happen to have a favorite memory at the gym?
Remember?
Memory.
Oh, memory. Um, I would just have to say my muscle up memory.
Yeah.
Get nailing that thing. Yeah. That really sticks out because it's sort of recent, you know? So,
No, I agree. I was so proud of you. So I was like, I think I even told you, I'm like, hey, don't expect that much.
uh-huh.
You know, going into the session, I'm like, I'm probably not going to get it this session, but I just want to see where you're at. And I can't fully be going. I'm like, it's a very problem for me as a coach too. It's like, cause
Yeah, I bet.
I know that you really want to do that. I'm like, as coaches, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves too. I don't think people realize that we want to get people results because, that's ultimately why you come here. And that's ultimately like, because we want you to have the same experience we did. Because there was a time when I hit my first muscle up and it felt amazing. There was a time when I hit my first set of blues not clean. And
You
so,
know how it feels.
yeah. And and I think people forget that a lot of times that all your coaches, all of us included, we started at ground zero,
Mhm.
but yes, we all started as a blank slate and we built ourselves up. So it's not like we were born like this. Just 20
It
years.
was.
No, no,
He's incredible.
I've coached Caitlin since the beginning.
Right.
She's come along.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be a lot better back in the day. Now she's a lot better than me, which is great. That was nice.
I know that you coached her every moment of all of that.
Yeah,
So,
we were there. Yeah, yeah, the good old days when we were young. Um, so let's talk about just some people who are on the fence of actually trying this, something like CrossFit.
yeah.
Like they might be intimidated. They might be keep putting it off, like you said earlier, or logistics might be an issue because they're just like, hey, like I work these hours.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone who's nervous about starting in the first place?
I get it for sure. It seems intimidating because if you know what it looks like, it's a lot of crazy, intimidating looking movements that you're doing, gymnastics, barbells. Like, what if you've only ever gone to 24-hour fitness?
Mm,
Like, how am I ever going to learn that? And I've talked to a lot of people and told them, like, this is what I love. This is what I'm doing. I could never do that. Oh my gosh. I like that you can. Like, everyone starts somewhere. Like, I have gym experience, but I never touched a barbell like that. And like you just learn everything. So there's really nothing to be afraid of because every class is a learning moment. Like if it's something that you're think that you could be into, like just know that you're going to learn and it's going to be great. Like there's so many different ages of members that come here. It's so impressive. I just feel like it's for every single person.
mm, yeah,
Yeah.
very well said. What would you tell someone who they think they need to get in shape before they?
Yes, I've heard that too.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. So what would you tell them?
One of, JR's friends, he's trying to, like, persuade him to come in here, and that's what he would say.
Mhm.
Like, "Oh, I need to, like, lose weight first, or I need to do this and that first," excuses, you know?
Yeah.
It's just gonna come off, like, you're gonna get some nutrition info if you want that, like, you're gonna get your in-body scan, you're gonna just there's so many teachable moments and days, it's just you're gonna do all that while you're learning.
Yeah.
So just start.
Yeah. That's my favorite excuse because I'm just like, so do you take a bath before you take a shower?
Right?
Like, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm like, that's the
Excuse.
point. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
really not a valid reason why.
it isn't. It's like,
Just
I mean,
something to say
yeah,
because you're not ready, I guess.
yeah, it's a mental block. And I do realize, and I get it because it's a new environment, and I think for the most part, the fear isn't the workout itself,
Mhm.
the people. I think it's just the fear of looking stupid
Maybe.
and not knowing what to do and being like
Yeah.
a new person. People don't like being the new. Like I don't like being a new person. And that's totally understandable. But the whole point of what we have an on ramp, we have boarding system, we have one on ones. Like our whole goal here is just simply once you're comfortable in the environment, it's so easy. That's really the hardest part. Like learning the stuff is actually a lot easier than people think. It's just with the progressions we do because there's always a set.
Yeah.
Like, there's a formula to this because it's been around for 20 plus years now. So there's a structured formula that's like pretty much a math problem to getting fit. But unfortunately, like we can't do that for you. You have to take that first step and realize, hey, like no one's judging you because if
Exactly.
anything, we're really stoked for you because we're starting this journey and we know what it's like. So we're here to support you because like I know what it's like to be new in the gym, period.
I've never ever once witnessed anyone be more than like so willing to like cheer someone on, especially somebody new here.
Yeah.
No one would like no one ever I've never seen anyone judge anyone like, oh, she sucks. Like never
Yeah.
that never has happened.
Yeah. I've never judged someone for not being fit or for being overweight.
Super stoked
It's
you're
like,
here.
well, yeah, you're doing something about it. Like, why would we judge you? That makes sense. And
That
I think that society in general has gotten a much better job of that.
yeah.
They're just in irrational fear that probably started in like 70s or 80s where that shaming was cool. But nowadays, it's like anytime I see an overweight person, even like walking or running, I'm like, dude, like I get stoked for them because they are going to see results just fast because they are working hard. They're going to see results from this. And
Yeah.
I'm so excited for them because we always have that moment of where it's like, it's working. And then that's like the best feeling. It's like, you need to have to be at your end destination. Just like, it's working.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is paying off. And then it just becomes addictive after that.
Really.
I mean, you know how it is. Um, so what's one thing that you wish you knew before you joined Red Wolf?
Um, I mean, I guess it's not a negative thing, but like how suckered I would be into everything. You know what I mean? Like I'm in it now. Like,
Yeah.
the gear, just everything that comes along with
Yeah.
it. Not that that's a bad thing, but I just didn't know what to expect, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if you could tell someone something like what should they expect? Or what's like an expectation do you think that they have?
Starting.
Yeah.
What should they expect? Just to be healthier overall. Like your life is going to change if you stick with it, though. Like results will come no matter what. If you show up and you just take the right steps, like your life will change. It really will.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah.
And if someone is kind of 50-50 on taking that first step, what would you tell them?
I mean, just do it to better your life. Don't you want to be as healthy as you can be? Like, why wouldn't you just do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I
But
love
I kind of have that like harsh way of thinking. Like people in my life, like, I don't understand. Why aren't you going to do this? It's going to better you. Like, give me the reason why you're not doing this. Like, I don't understand the way you're thinking. Like, you know what I mean? It might be too much, but like, that's just how I think.
I don't think that's too much at all. In fact, I really like that because I mean that's how you get things done. I mean, don't get any better by thinking about it. You don't get anything like intentions don't matter, especially an adult. It's like the only thing that matters is like what you execute on or you don't execute on.
Mhm.
And then at the end of the day, your body and your energy and your relationships will reflect that.
Yep.
So, all right. So, any final thoughts before we wrap things up, Jen?
Not really. Just happy to be here. I really am. I truly love it here. I love everyone. I love you guys. And thanks for always making me feel strong and welcome. And that's that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for having me on. This was great. I love sharing your stories. I love stories like this. And again, if you're a member listening to this right now, and I would love to share your story too. So just reach out to me anytime. You can DM me, email me, text me, talk to me at the gym. I'd love to get you on and share your story as well, just like Jen's, because she's accomplished some amazing things. And we're so proud of her, and we're so lucky to have her at our gym. Until next time, good luck, have fun, and nailed it.